Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So another Malcore and Stash Ads video, which is a bit naughty of me this close to Christmas as it's less than a week away. So the Malcore is a Christmas card that we received from Charlie and Susan. Thanks ever so much guys, I do appreciate it. And thank you for the coffee vouchers. We will be sat drinking your health with an Americano and a flat white, and possibly with a couple of mince pies. I hope that the flooding that's taken place at your place has receded. I really do hope that, and that the damage is not as severe. I know that you'd moved a lot of stuff into that room, Charlie, and I've just got my fingers crossed for you that it's not too bad, although obviously having water in the property is not a good thing. If I can help in any way, Charlie, then please let me know. You know what I mean. Alright. But lots of love to you guys, and I hope you both have a great Christmas, although this little incident has put a spanner in the works perhaps. But yeah, thank you Charlie, thank you Susan. Right, let's have a look at the additions to the stash. So the first one is this. This is the Gloomspite Gits Vanguard, where you get 3 rock trolls, some squig riders, and some spearmen with nets. You also get a boss. Now you may recall that I painted this up with contrast paints earlier this year, this set, and I felt like doing it again, but this time I want to do it with just normal paints. So not spraying them up and then just, if you like, tinting the colours, but actually painting the colours. I want to try and paint these up as part of Mini Walmut's Get It Painted challenge for January. So what I've got to try and do is get them all cleaned and constructed and primed, ready for that challenge. So that's the first thing. Next is another figure from Games Workshop, which is a Gloomspite Gits figure, and this is Rabble Rouser. I just saw this figure and I thought it would be really cool to paint. So that's another one I'd like to get done for the challenge. Here we have a banner bearer for the Army of the Dead from Lord of the Rings. I have an idea for a diorama, and I thought this would be a great addition. One slight difference about this figure, it's actually metal. I was surprised that it was metal, I thought it was plastic. So that will be interesting. So that's that one. Staying with Lord of the Rings, these are the Barrow-wights, which don't actually appear in the films, but obviously are in the books. When Frodo, Merry, Pippin and Sam get lost on the Barrow Downs, it's a part of the story that isn't told in the books. I've just really want to paint these figures up. I have a hankering to paint miniatures, which, as you know with me, could quite easily go off the boil, and I'm making models instead. So that's that. So you may recall that I'm quite into the Nighthaunt army, which is Age of Sigmar, and this is a figure. This is an old figure from Games Workshop actually, I believe. I don't know whether the Tomb Banshee was around when Warhammer was still being played. This is a plastic figure, and again it looks like a nice simple figure to paint up, and so it's right up my street at the moment. I should really get all my Nighthaunt figures and try and put an army together with them, but we shall see. Okay, so this is Grimhold Exile from Games Workshop, Age of Sigmar. This is for the Fire Slayers faction. I'm not doing Fire Slayers. I don't particularly like the standard figures for Fire Slayers, but this one I thought was a bit of fun. They have produced another set for Warcry, is it? Which are Fire Slayers, and they are much better figures than the standard ones, and I'm tempted to get those as well. So the next item is a Warhammer Underworld figure set, Gnarlwood Green Cracks Loon Court, which of course is it can be used, I believe, as part of the Gloomspite Kids army, but I thought this was quite a good price, £23. I'll show you how many figures you get. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins. I think 2 of them are on squigs. So again, this just for a painting up session looked like a nice set to do. So I'm looking forward to doing those. So the last figure, and a bit of an odd choice for me, is 40k Space Marines Primaris Chaplain. This is obviously a Marine chapter chaplain in the Primaris armour as opposed to the standard armour, which I have. Again, it was just, I saw the figure and I thought that would be a decent project to paint up and have some fun with. Okay, so the last of the plastic really, this is a 1/72 Chevrolet C15A water tank from IBG. This will be the third vehicle on the diode that I'm hoping to do as part of the wheeled vehicles in military use group build. So this will be my 4th entry into that, and possibly the last entry into it. So as you can probably guess, I'm going to have the SDKZ 222, the oh good grief, what was the other armoured car? It's the 221, is it? And then this is going to be on there as well. That's the plan anyway. So look out for an intro video for this sometime in January. Obviously we need our primer undercoat paint for all this painting I'm going to do. So my go-to black is Chaos Black. I just think it's the best black out there, matte black. And I'm trying for the first time Army Painter's colour primer, which is matte white. Games Workshop's white is crap, so this will be the first time using the Army Painter stuff, and I hope it's good and I haven't wasted the £12.50. We shall see. And the last items you'll be glad to know are these, well, the 2 paints and the wash. So the 2 paints are for a project that I have in mind. I'm not going to say anything about it just yet, because as you know, I tend to start projects or do an intro for a project and then I don't see it through. But I have something in mind, and the wash is the Afrika Korps wash from MIG Ammo, because I need to just make sure I've got plenty for the future builds, or the Afrika Korps builds I'm doing. You'll note that the 2 paints are model colour from Vallejo as opposed to colours from AK. The reason for that is my local hobby shop doesn't stock AK paints separately. It stocks some sets, but not the AK paint separately. But you've got a huge range of the Vallejo model colour. So I'm just like I did with Citadel. I was using Citadel paints or Vallejo. I'll be using AK or Vallejo in the future. So that's it, guys. Some interesting stuff to get on with. As I say, some of it will be hopefully painted for the Mini Walnuts Challenge in January. Another part of it will be for the group build that Joachim and Marcus are running at present. So I've got plenty to be getting on with. I just hope the mojo stays ticking over and doesn't take another dive. And once again, Charlie, Susan, thanks ever so much for the card. Really do appreciate it. Right guys, that's it. Look after yourselves. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.